Latymore in Cornwall. It's very rural, very much walking to the village to school and countryside. And then when I became a teenager, I was really into music. It was a punk era. I was desperate to go away, and I ended up going to London. Saw the Rosillos and the Marquee. I met lots of people that I really wanted to be around, and that was an incredible thing. I was this little country bumpkin that went up, met all these punk people, got really creative, and had to move away. Didn't paint much, but I was into dressing creatively. I had all different colour hair. I got suspended from school once for blue hair, and all those kind of things. That's what I was really into, and into drama. So I loved acting, absolutely loved it. Went to London and then ended up moving to Brighton. So I was doing street theatre, met people in bands. I started singing in bands. When I was in Brighton and I met Luke Cresswell from Stomp, I was very lucky enough to start doing some work with him. And then he created Stomp and I just happened to be around. It was like he chose all his friends to be in it so that because he had ideas. We all ended up staying in it, and it ended up being in the show for 18 years.
Done. We've got Luke Cresswell and a crowd of fabulous noisemakers who call themselves Stomp.
When I was touring with Stomp, the most I learned from it was how brilliant the world is and meeting other people. It was so good for me, and I think young people should be able to go away and learn a lot more and meet all different types of people around the world. And we got to do some amazing things. Painting became much later, almost 30 years later, because I met Luke and everyone in Stomp in the early 90s. So I didn't start painting until 2017. And when I was touring, they often laughed because they never saw me pick up a pencil or anything. So it was something that I needed to do after I stopped performing. I found another creative outlet. I think if you're naturally a creative, and I know a lot of creative people, we're inspired by many, many things. And the more you learn, the more you get interested by the planet. I paint landscapes. But now I also really love contemporary work and understand colour, because colour's a really big thing, and I want to go and explore that more in the next year. But I'm inspired by many things, and even though I'm getting older now, there's so many things I want to do, and I'm going to continue to keep learning. I've toured in many countries around the world with the show for 18 years, and Cornwall's still got really special, beautiful coastline and historic folklore that goes with it. It's just incredible. My creative process always starts with walking. I need to see the location. I've made one mistake where I painted from a photograph, but then when I visited the place, it was nothing like I could see with my own eyes. But I take lots of photographs because the main painting is going to be at home in Wales. So then I will get the composition in the camera and make sure that the compositions of the photographs are going to be the same as what I do when I do my painting. When I started the business, it was about painting, and then ideas started coming to me, and watching other artists, was how far can you make your art into a business? Because it's not just selling paintings. I paint location, and I paint Cornwall, and Cornwall's really well known. It's a holiday destination, and there are other things that I could do. So I started thinking about art gifts as well. You have to be careful about the products that you choose. If your paintings are in really good galleries and everything, you want to make sure that your gifts are really good value and they're high quality. So I decided to make some things like tea towels, but they were landscapes of locations in Cornwall. It was my art. So everything was done beautifully, really high quality. I made sure everything was made in Cornwall so that we kept it to here and all the Cornish people and all the Cornish businesses. That was important to me. And then it took off because there's a lot of holiday makers that come down here and so forth. And it did really well. I have recently been thinking of performing again because The art business world has been very quiet in the last year due to the cost of living in the UK. So I went back to work in a theatre, and I'm working at the Hall of Cornwall at the moment, and I've been watching people on stage, and I'm sort of pretty desperate to get back on stage now. It's been so good to be in that environment. I think the important thing was that because I'm painting in the daytime, I absolutely love going to do theatre in the evening. So I'm doing two things that I really love, and I think that's really important. And I'm getting ready to do a different line of painting this year. So it's going to be me still, but I'm looking forward, and I'm quite excited about doing a new body of work this year.